Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you're watching this after the live stream, all you need to do is look down below in the description box and click those timestamps down below, because today I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what you need to know in regards to the couples reading. Okay, so basically, what is the overall or the potential overall energy in the month of September for those of you who are in connections, whether you are in a connection, whether your connection just started or it's a seasoned connection, whether this is with a spouse, um, you know, whether you're married, whether you just met each other, whether you've been in an exclusive relationship, whether you are in a partnership, however you may want to title your connection, these messages are focusing on the potential energies or the overall energies here that you need to know for both you and your significant other. Okay, so this is a mutual overall energy for the month of September. For those of you who are in connections. Okay, so obviously, if you're watching this after the live stream, just look down below. The timestamps will be there. But if you're watching me here live, well, welcome back. And you can watch along. And of course, I don't have the chat room open this time around because I really just want to focus on channeling these messages. But feel free to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you like what you're going to be watching in a few minutes, then feel free to subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you then. All right, so this is how this is going to go. This is the format. Number one, this is only for the fire signs, and it's not going to be all together. I'm going to separate Aries. Okay, you're going to have your own timestamp. Leo, you're going to have your own timestamp when the time comes, obviously, after the reading, and Sagittarius. So I will be looking at the Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius in regards to that couple or mutual connection, partnership, overall energy for each. Okay, that being said, we're going to jump right into the reading, and let's see what's coming through. We're going to start with Aries, followed by Leo, and then followed by, Sagittarius. Okay? All right, so here we go. Hello, Aries, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you're interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, my credentials, or if you're interested in scheduling a private reading, then look down below in the description box. But whether you are an Aries sun, moon, rising, Venus, or however Aries may show up on your astrological natal chart, especially in the following sections: your Venus, your 5th or 7th houses, or your Juno. Those are the placements also to be taking a look at, besides your sun, moon, rising as well, where if you have Aries in those placements, this would be a great message for you to listen to if you are in a connection. So let's take a look here at the overall energy. What's the overall energy here for you, Aries, and your significant other in the month of September? Let's take a look here. First of all, I didn't even check to see if you guys can hear me. My apologies. I should have checked that earlier. But for those that are watching me live, when this girl shoved her. Sorry, I have to talk like that because this was not in mute. It was okay. Let's see. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, awesome. Awesome. You guys can hear me. All right, awesome. All right, so let's jump straight into the reading. Let's see what's coming through for you, Aries, and your partner. The overall energy here in your connection for the month of September. All right, let's see what's coming through. And Aries, you and your partner have regeneration. All right, now guess what? Leo is in, or I should say Venus is in Leo. right now at this moment in time. Okay, so there's this sense of, Leo is all about it. Well, Leo is ruled by the sun. So regeneration, you may be feeling a brand new start within your connection in this month of September, whether it's a reignited passion, whether things are moving along and growing. For others of you, it's coming across as mending, fixing, or repairing something within your connection. Okay. Others of you growing, there's some type of growth happening here within your connection, especially for those of you who just started in a connection with the partner. Okay. So this is some sense of growth here that's coming through for you in the month of September. Now, what's interesting here is number one, you have the number 46. 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. Now, if we reduce that to a one singular digit, you get the number 1. Some of you may have life path number 1, or for others of you, the 1 is symbolizing here a new beginning. So there's a fresh new start type of energy here, or an opportunity of that for the both of you in the month of September. Let's take a look at what else is coming through for you, Aries, and your significant other, whether it is that you have an Aries Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, or Aries in Juno, 5th or 7th houses, or in your Venus. So you have prosperity. Remember that I was talking about growth, okay? Growth, if we take a look at that in tarot, which by the way, I do have a tarot deck here that I'll be channeling messages from, is the Empress. So the Empress has a lot to do with fertility, okay? So for some of you, if, family planning, there may be an addition to the family, or this may be a really good time to be working towards that if that is part of your plan here. Okay, so adding, additions to the family, this would be a great opportunity. So I'm getting here that there may be a prosperous, abundant opportunity of growth. Now, for some of you, this may be connected to the value of something that you value in your connection. Okay, so that's number one. Yes. Why is it coming out in the love sector? Well, because if, whatever impacts one partner impacts the other. Okay, so there may be here something having to do with careers, and that, of course, then here connecting with your love life. All right. Now, prosperity doesn't always have to be tangible. It could be intangible. So the love is growing. The opportunity of spending more quality time together may be growing. So we can see it in that aspect as well. Here you have answers. Now, what's interesting about answers is that there may be a very important question for some of you that you may have on your mind, or you may be questioning something here in the month of September. For others of you, it's popping the question. Well, what question could be popping? Well, it could be, the will you marry me? Or can we, move in together? Or, are we ready to have and expand our family? Things of that nature. I do feel that there may be conversations here regarding things having to do with growth, whether that growth is moving in together, living together, purchasing something together, whether it's about expenses, okay? How can we build together as a couple? How can we spend more time together? All right. So I do feel that there are perhaps here conversations revolving around anything that has to do with growth or abundance and prosperity. Okay. All right, Aries, let's take a look at what else is coming through for you and your partner. Always remember, this is a mutual potential energy here in the month of September. And let's see what's coming through here for you. Ooh, okay. For you and your partner, potential energy here in the love sector for Aries and their partner. All right, and we have here for the both of you, here we go. We have deception. Wait, don't worry. We're gonna look at that, children. I'm telling you, I'm feeling here fertility. So for some of you, there you go. Let's talk about this deception, and then I'll talk a little bit more about children. Okay, now deception. One or two things. There may have been a lack of transparency in the past or recent past. Or there may be here a situation, circumstance, or event within your connection that could potentially be looking as if, we have an argument or there's some type of tension, fill in the blank, however that may be for you. Now, if that is the case, where there could be here a potential situation, circumstance, or event within the connection where someone feels that they were either deceived or there's a lack of transparency, then this is where this is coming in, the deception. So there's this sense here of needing to have a very important talk in the month of September. Again, I mentioned about communication here, and it's coming up again, where someone here needs to be super duper honest, whether it's both of you or one of you, whether it be you, Aries, or your partner, because there may be something here that someone is not addressing, they're not talking about, they're keeping, to themselves, or they may not want to share something because they're afraid that, number one, it's going to touch on something very triggering from the past or recent past, and that may resurface again. But again, anytime that happens, you are in a connection where you're going back to the same conversation or argument, it means that portion of your connection is not fully healed. So there may be something here in the month of December that finally needs to be resolved. And again, answers, questions may rise, and conversations may need to be had in order to grow from whatever this may be. Now, this could be something in the past or recent past, or this could be something that could be coming up. All right. This could also be involving money matters. Now, it's interesting because I'm only focusing on the love sector, but again, I'm getting this energy to talk about career and finances again. So there may be something there going on, okay, in the month of September that you need to be aware of. Just want to read this very quickly. It says, someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. Now, remember, it could be a false mask, meaning being afraid to show their vulnerabilities, or someone intentionally not sharing something, which could be causing a division. Again, maybe someone doesn't want to say something, talks about something, because whatever answers, or, it may rock the boat a little bit here. So that, just keep that in the mind. Now, children could come across in two different ways. It could be physically talking about children, okay? So there could be here blended family, talking about blended family, talking about addition to the family, okay? Which makes sense because fertility is about growth and growing of the household, okay? It could be in any way, shape, or form. So that could be physically talking about children. But guess what? Children is also here symbolically, like the pages. Now, the pages are all about the beginner mindset. So there may be here the beginning stage, again, coming across with new beginning. It's coming across as like a new chapter, or growing together, or, starting anew. But there's this energy here of having a beginner mindset in something here, okay? And that may be coming through here for the both of you in the month of September. Now, let's take a look here at the next deck. And by the way, I have this deck for you, Aries, as well as the last and final potential advice for you and your partner. Let's see what else is coming through here for Aries and their significant other. Now, remember, Aries could be in any placement on your astrological natal chart. The more you know about your astrological natal chart, especially in those sectors of love, such as the 5th, 7th houses, your Juno or your Venus, the more you're able to kind of gather more information here for your love readings, okay? It's not just your sun sign. And I have down below in the description box, a Cafe Astrology, a free tool and resource that you can use. Now, remember that I was talking about this energy that I was feeling, like someone not wanting to say something or talk about something because they're afraid that they're going to rock the boat. Guess what? It's coming through again with the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands has a very different interpretation in the deck that I am using, because in this deck, you see this person feeling like they're being cornered about something. So there may be here the sense of feeling cornered, whether it's you or your partner. Again, maybe someone having a lot of questions, wanting a lot of answers, wanting to discuss something in order to bring something anew, or to bring back some type of reignited passion in the connection. Or, like I said before, talking about that vulnerability here that may be, a little bit, walking on eggshells here for some of you. Okay. Whatever this is, the Seven of Wands is giving me that type of energy. Now, ideally here with other decks, the Seven of Wands is really someone who can stand their ground. So for some of you here, it may be differences of opinion within your connection. And again, the Seven of Wands here showing this kind of like, I'm going to stand firm in what I believe and how I feel and what I think. And again, that may be kind of broaching that topic for some of you that are either afraid to talk about something because you're afraid that, you're going to rock the boat, or your partner may feel like, the boat is going to be rocked here. Someone may be walking on eggshells. There may be a concern here that's very deep and that's, important, but this is really taking a look at, having that talk. That talk is going to need to be made, because that's how you're going to find out valuable piece of information here in regards to your connection. Whether the discussion is about children, whether the discussion is about money, whether the discussion is about having more children, whether the discussion is about finances, whether the discussion here is about a topic that is a little bit difficult here to discuss, but again is showing up as something that may be broached here, and you're going to get some more insights here in the month of September. So regeneration, beautiful energy here about bringing something back to life. Okay, so it could be the life of your connection, the life of your passion. They'll bring back some type of mending, fixing, repairing, or reconciliation here about some answers that may be pending in the back of your mind, or in the back of your partner's mind. Okay, so the month of September is looking like, listen, we need to shed some clarity here, some illumination, and really need to look at whatever this topic may be within your connection. Okay, now let's take a look at the overall advice here for you, Aries, as well as for your partner. So advice here for Aries for the month of September, for Aries and their partner in this connection, partnership, soulmate, however you might want to. Oh, look at that. I didn't touch it. It popped out. And guess what it talks about? Exactly what I was saying at the top of the reading here for you. Okay, Aries, listen up. Listen up. It says, number one, you have 6-6. Okay. 0606, you may be seeing, angel numbers. This I'm getting here for some of you is very much connected to maybe over the summer, there was some type of bumping of the heads here. And so September may be a time for you to kind of bring things back into alignment here, or at least the opportunity if you so choose. It talks about commitment. All right. So this overall energy here says living with honesty. I kid you not. This is exactly what it says here. Very interesting, because we were talking about this deception card. Now, this deception card could come out in different ways, or it may show up in different ways. But it says here, living with honesty and light every day is a powerful way to cultivate a peaceful and meaningful life. Meaning a brand new start, a brand new beginning here with regeneration. It says, by embracing truth. Sound familiar? I was talking about being vulnerable here at the top of the reading, as also I was talking about having a very clear lines of communication with each other, so that you can gain abundance and success. Sure enough, that's exactly what it's saying. By embracing truth, you unlock solutions and comfort. Let go of worries by expressing your emotions authentically and regularly. Open your heart to the future, because the best is yet to come. Again, there you go. The best is yet to come with this regeneration. Aries, pretty much validation confirmation is coming through here from the top of the reading all the way at the end. Aries, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell and all alerts, because I do free 5-minute readings on my channel. Very often, so you don't want to miss that opportunity. That being said, thank you so much, Aries. And up next we have Leo. Thank you, intuitive friends, for all the beautiful likes that you are leaving on the page and on this reading. I greatly appreciate it. We're going to jump into Leo in a minute, and then of course after Leo I'm going to jump and do Sagittarius. Okay. All right, let's see what's coming through here for Leo. Okay, where's this deck? This one is over here. All right. Up next, we have Leo. Hello, Leo, and welcome back to the channel. Whether you are a Leo sun, moon, rising, Venus, or wherever Leo may be placed on your astrological natal chart, such as your Venus, your Juno, your 5th or 7th houses, which all reflect and touch upon connections, love, and relationships, then these messages are for you. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a 2nd degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you're interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. Those links are there for you. Leo, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to your reading here for you, Leo, and your significant other. And by the way, that just popped out of the deck, and I'll take it. Wow, you have 3 cards here. We'll talk about all 3 in a minute. But just so you know, this is focusing on the potential overall energy here between you. I mean, between you in your connection, between you and your partner here for the month of September. Okay. So we have here Imagine and TikTok and Yang. Now, I want to start with the Yang energy only because it ties very much to this TikTok energy here in the middle. All right. And what I'm getting here for you is that with this Yang energy, there's going to be this energy here. Now, first of all, let's talk about a little bit of astrology here. I want to say that Venus is in Leo right now. Okay. So Leo is ruled by the sun. Okay. That's a lot of fire. That's a lot of passion, and fire is equal to Yang energy. And what is Yang energy? Action. And I feel here that there's certain things here that either you will be placing into action, meaning putting the work, the effort, the focus here on making something happen. Okay, making something happen here in the month of September, or starting in the process of doing that. And it's very much connected to something that you and your partner, or maybe you alone or your partner alone. But the reason why it's showing up is because whatever impacts one partner impacts the other. Okay, so whatever happens on one person's end impacts the other, especially, when you are in a connection, when you're married, when you're living together, when there is a partnership. Okay, so there may be here this sense of calling in, manifesting, wanting to see certain things evolve or change or shift. Bringing something in your energetic field. Maybe you're wishing, hoping something in regards to your connection. You've been in a hurry. You've been waiting for a long time. You're like, when is this showing up? What's going on? What's taking so long? And in September, you may start one or two things. You may start seeing things move in the direction of flourishing, or you may start putting more energy behind action, meaning actions that you can touch, that you can feel, and that you can move. Okay, so maybe tapping into some resources, maybe tapping into, some efforts or consistency, whatever this may be, because Yang is also, again, it's fire. It's about being proactive. But there could also be here some sense of the reignited passion of something, okay? And Yang energy, very interesting. Aries had that similar type of energy. But with Yang, it's talking about that fire. It's talking about that passion, that drive, and that ambition. And there may be a sudden change or a sudden action here that either you or your partner or both of you may be manifesting or may be seeing, okay? Because there's something here about divine timing being at play. So even if something may be taking here a bit longer than expected, continue to put in the consistent effort and the consistent action into something. Okay, so don't just kind of leave it up in the air like, oh, well, it hasn't happened and that's it. I'm not going to continue to be disciplined in some type of action here that needs to happen. Okay. All right. Very important here also coming through that wherever the mind goes, energy flows. What you think about, you bring about. So making sure here that in the month of September that you and your partner here are continually focusing on, the positivity of something. All right. And having the faith that it will come through. That's going to be important as well. All right. Let's see what else is coming through the overall energy here for Leo. Whether that placement is in the sun, moon, rising Venus, Juno, 7th or 5th houses, or in your Venus, along with your partner. Let's see what's coming through here, potentially in the month of September. All right, and we have here, wow, the sacral chakra. Guess what? Sacral chakra, fire. Again, you have fire twice. All right. So there's Yang. You see that orange ball, by the way, 2 different decks, and you see the orange ball come up again. Now, the orange sphere, okay, the orange sphere is symbolic of the 2nd chakra energy, body energy center. The sacral chakra is the hertz, so solfeggio hertz frequency of 417. So for some of you, you may want to work with that sacral chakra. Okay, it's the lower ab section. Okay, kind of like the womb section, like right below the belly. Okay, that's that area. And of course, you can use your search engines to find out more about the sacral chakra. But the sacral chakra is that creativity. It is the passion, sexual passion also, okay? Not sexuality, but sexual passion. So there may be a lot of rise here. Like I said, reignited passion within your connection. There may be a lot of fire here, of course, because that Venus is in Leo. So there could be here, and it came in the Aries reading, and this is, you are all fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So just to throw it out there, just family planning, if you are wanting to increase your family, children, this may be a great time because of this fire. Okay. Again, some of you may want to work if you feel that there is this sense of blockage there. If things haven't been feeling spicy enough, September may be the time where that spicy passion between the both of you may particularly rise here. Okay. So there you go. All right. Let's see what else is coming through here for you, Leo. There could also be a lot of inspiration happening here, okay, within your connection. Inspired or driven to fill in the blank. For some of you, is inspired and driven to move things a lot quicker, especially if something has been feeling stagnant. Moving things or being inspired to use the laws of attraction, the law of resonance, okay? There's this energy of making things happen here. So again, along with all that fire, it makes a lot of sense here. All right, let's see. Getting to know each other. All right, getting to know each other. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And yes, there may be here, because of that passion, because of that drive, because of that chemistry, that magnetic attraction here. For some of you, you may be in the honeymoon phase and you're feeling it a lot. There's a lot of attraction here. For others of you who are my seasoned couples who've been together for quite some time, there may be reignited passion. There's a level of intimacy here that may get a little deeper here. Okay, there may be more layers here to get to know from each other. Even if you've been together for quite some time, there may be this deepening of a bond or a friendship within your connection here in the month of September. Okay, so let's take a look here at what else is coming through. Now, this is supposed to be clarifying this deck over here, which makes sense. I'm telling you, you have a lot of fire here. So again, a lot of reignited passion. I'm getting here a lot of inspiration. You want to move things along. Something flipped over here. And what was it that flipped? Ooh, the World card. Some of you here are ending some chapters and opening new ones. There may be something here about moving in together, or if you are already, living together, there could be something here about travel. For those of you who are in long distance relationships, there could be here the sense of like traveling to one another, because the World card is very much connected to that energy of travel. Now, the World card is ruled by Saturn, okay? And so Saturn, rules Capricorn. So there may be something here. I'm sorry, I'm trying to, make sure you guys get the best lighting here. There could be here something having to do with being more focused. As I said at the top of the reading, be more focused and more disciplined, because you want to see something either, improve, progress, or start moving along. Okay, fire energy is fast paced. So you want to like move the gears into something that is connected to your connection or your relationship. And I also feel here that there's this sense of like, being more responsible about something here as well. Okay, like, really taking something into account. With a World card, I mean, whatever this is, it's successful. Okay, so if you're opening a new chapter, if you're like looking at something from a different point of view and starting to re-strategize or organize something, before you put it into action. But this yang energy is giving me this energy here of the Ace of Wands. Okay, so again, there may be a great amount of success here with whatever this may be talking about in your connection. All right, I do feel that this month there may be more opportunities here to dig a little deeper on the emotional side. Okay, with getting to know each other, there could be I'm feeling here like feeling more comfortable in opening up or being vulnerable about something in the month of September here. Now, let's not forget that September, we have 2 eclipses coming up. Okay, so take that into account as well. And if you haven't watched your monthly reading, you should. It's in the monthly, it's in the month playlist or the monthly playlist. But yeah, that's also coming into place. So if something feels like a little bit stuck, it could be because, of those eclipses that are coming in. But that solar eclipse, I feel that that's going to be bursting in with this new energy within your connection for sure. You have 3333, 3333. Okay, you have 4 threes here. 4 times 3 is equal to 12. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. So there may be here the sense of teamwork and partnership here coming through. You have here social skills, and it says renewal, positivity, confidence. Okay, that makes sense because of that sacral chakra also. Charisma, growth, influence, and inspiration. It says the challenges you're facing today will eventually fade away. Okay, your guardian angels are encouraging you both to stay positive I talked about that. Law of resonance, law of attraction. Okay. Making sure that your mind is focused on positivity and having faith of something. So there you go. It says your guardian angels are encouraging you both to stay positive, as your luck may soon turn for the better. The World card, ending one chapter, opening another one. Okay. It's like the changing of the guards type of energy, it feels like. Okay. Now is the time to harness your magnetic energy. It sure is, because you have two cards here focusing on that fire or yang energy. Okay. So again, yang energy is about being proactive. Now is the time to harness your magnetic energy and inspiring personality. Just be mindful not to let your ego take control. I mean, listen, I didn't write this, but there you go. Make sure that pride and ego don't get in the way here of whatever it is that you and your partner may be wanting to start new or continue to create more of. Okay. That being said, I hope these messages have been insightful here, Leo. Thank you so much for tuning in. And up next, we have Sagittarius. Intuitive friends, thank you so much for joining me. For those of you who are joining that are new or visiting the channel, welcome. I hope that you are enjoying these messages. And if you are, well, listen, consider subscribing to the channel. Turn on your notification bell and all alerts, because I do 5-minute readings for free on my channel quite often. And if you want to take part in that, then you need to be subscribed, and you also need to have your your bell on and your notification alerts, because that free list, well, fills up very quickly. Okay, so there you go. For those of you who are returning, my current subscribers, welcome back. My intuitive friends, thank you so much for giving me all the love, loyalty, and the support, as I greatly appreciate it. I am doing the couple readings, which has limited my opportunity to do free lives for you. But you know that as soon as I finish these couple readings, you know what we're going to do? We're going to jump back on and give you more of those free live entertainment purposes only readings. Okay. All right. Thank you, intuitive friends. All right, let's see. Almost done putting all these away. Up next, we have Sagittarius. And don't worry, if you missed the reading from the top of the, if you were in Aries and you missed it, no worries. When I finish this live, I'm going to jump straight back into the reading and then give you the timestamps necessary for you to take a look at any information that you may have missed with the signs that the fire signs you may have missed. Okay, this is just for the fire signs. Up next, we have Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome back to the channel. Whether you are a Sagittarius sun, moon, rising, Venus, or wherever you may have Sagittarius, whether it's in your Venus, your Juno, your 5th or 7th houses on your astrological natal chart, which focus on connections, it focuses on partnerships, it focuses on love, then these messages are for you, Sagittarius, as well as your significant other. Okay, whether you just got into a connection or whether you are a seasoned couple, either way, these messages are for you. And let's take a look at the overall energy. By the way, my name is Lexa Tarot, and if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonial, or my credentials, and yes, I do have credentials, just look down below in the description box, click on those links. That's going to take you straight into my website. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, let's see. What is the potential overall energy here for you and your partner in the month of September, focusing here on your love life? Let's see, Sagittarius, for you and your partner, what's coming through. And we have here Thinker. Okay, Thinker. By the way, you have the angel number 44. Okay, so you have Thinker here. There may be some things that may be pondering. You may be pondering some things, thinking about some things that you may have on your mind. This makes sense because we do have not one, but two eclipses coming up. The first one is the lunar eclipse, which is coming up September 7th, followed by a solar eclipse, which is coming up September 21st. Now, if you miss your monthly readings, you really shouldn't hear for the month of September because there's lots there focusing on the potential overall energy for your specific astrological placements. Okay, so if you want to take a look at that, look at the monthly playlist down below. And you'll get more messages there. But thinker, whether it's you, Sagittarius, or it's your partner, that lunar eclipse happening on September 7th may kind of bring to the surface or resurface some type of emotional wounds, karmic patterns, things that you kind of were holding on to or residually lingering in your heart. It may make you think. It may create this sense of nostalgia or this sense of melancholic type of energies here. Okay, so that could be a potential energy. There could be things here that either you or your partner may be wondering or thinking about. Okay, maybe even keeping to yourself. Right, you do have the angel number 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. For me, symbolically, infinity sign. So there may be some things that you have been thinking, or your partner, or maybe both of you, that you've both been thinking for a very long time. There could be something here connected to that in the month of September. Let's take a look at what else is coming through for you, Sagittarius, and your partner here, potentially in the month of September. You both have here action. All right. Well, listen. There may be something that you have been, by the way, you also have the number 8 here. 4 plus 4 is 8. You have the number 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. Okay, you got angel numbers here coming twice. So, as I said, I'm getting the infinity symbol with that number 8. So there may be certain things that you have been thinking about for quite some time that in the month of September, and if you are going to put something in action, I would say do it after that solar eclipse, because that solar eclipse is the opening of chapters. So that would be a great time to do it, not before then, because that lunar eclipse is mostly about the purging of emotions, emotional wounding. It's about like closing chapters. So if there is something here that you want to move towards, whatever that is, together as a couple, it would be a great opportunity for you to do that here. And I feel here for you later September would be a great or ideal time. Okay, let's see what else is coming through for you here, Sagittarius, for you and your partner. There may be some ideas here, maybe some plans, maybe even conversations, because although it says thinker, remember the mind is connected to Mercury. Okay, so Mercury influences the clarity of the mind. All right, and also communication. So there may be things here that you may gain clarity on through a discussion, through a conversation. And I want to say Aries had a very strong reading connected to that. So maybe there are some of you here, Sagittarius, you may have Aries somewhere on your astrological natal chart, where it may be focusing on that as well. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you, Sagittarius, here for you and your partner. You have love yourself first. Okay, it's very important that whatever it is that may be brewing in your mind in the month of September, or that has been brewing for quite some time before September, that even though you are in a connection, that you don't, I'm kind of getting here, like, don't push your needs and your plans and the things that you want to accomplish for yourself aside to accommodate everything else or everyone else. There's a sense here of needing to rethink or recalculate here how you can place your desires, your passion alongside your connection, or alongside your family structure, or your connection in general. So it's putting yourself first, in the sense of making sure that you're not overpouring to your partner or your connection, and you're forgetting about yourself, that you may be forgetting about those goals and those dreams that you had prior to getting into your connection. Okay, so this is talking about really thinking a lot about what those dreams have been, or are in the month of September, and making sure that those conversations are had here, that you think about it clearly, and that you also have a clear sense of communication with your partner, so that you can continue to bloom and blossom in whatever it is that you want to place action towards. Okay, so again, taking a look at your the values that you have in regards, what you value, what you consider important, what foundations here are super important to you that maybe you didn't talk about before, but you need to have that kind of heart to heart talk about. And again, it makes a lot of sense because of that lunar eclipse that's coming up on September 7th. So it may open up this type of the well of your emotions, is how this is coming through. Interesting. I've never used that phrase ever, but it came straight through for you, Sagittarius. So it may open up that kind of love portal here of your heart, your mind, your emotions. And let's see what else is coming through for you. 2 of Cups. Look at that. 4 Swords. Okay. Some of you here need to, again, this is a mutual reading, but I feel either you, Sagittarius, or your partner may have been putting something on hold. Okay, you may have been putting something on ice. You may have been kind of in a way, forgetting about yourself. And the reason I said that before I shuffled the cards here, the 4 Swords, it's taking a break, taking a mental break. Now, here's the thing. Are you taking a mental break, or are you taking an emotional break, or are you taking um, a break from your ambitions here, and placing everything or everyone first, and placing yourself on the last of the list? If that has been your case, if you have been putting your dreams on pause and certain things on pause because of, the family dynamics, in the different, this is talking about figuring something out. Okay, it says love yourself first, and the 4 Swords, it's like maybe you've been putting something on hold, and there may be here this opportunity in the month of September for you to talk about certain things. Okay, and for you to place certain things into action, of course, after that solar eclipse on September 21st is going to give that new energy. 2 of Cups here, there's that soul to soul connection here. Okay, some of you are starting in your connection. That's beautiful. Okay, things are looking good. And if you've been in your connection for quite some time, this is giving you that, reignited type of passion. You're still in that mutual energy of love and blossoming. Now, what I do want you to take and pay close attention to is that these 2 people here in this deck of the 2 of Cups are vastly different. Okay, so one person lives in the ocean, the other person lives on the land. This is symbolic, of course, of talking about 2 people who may have distinct cultures, distinct views. They may see things very differently. It might not be everything, but it's, things that could be worked with. Okay, because I always say, listen, we're all different. Okay, but despite the differences, what is the common goal? If the common goal is love, and that love aligns with your values of what you see as a healthy connection, then that's great. Then both of you can work at it. right? But if the differences are too vast and are not on the same wavelength in regards to that type of foundation that you want to have in your connection, then that's something different, right? But the Two of Cups is giving you this beautiful energy here of saying that there may be more of a deeper sense of emotional here, a deep emotional connection in the month of September. There's more love, more vulnerability, being able to really put your connection first. And that could also be here the case. Okay, love yourself first, and the yourself could be the connection. Okay, placing the time, the dedication, and the focus on that, but also taking into account the things that you also want to see evolve and grow within the connection. That being said, let's take a look at the last and final card for you here, Sagittarius, in your reading. All right, lots coming through here for you, Sagittarius. This was a very beautiful, pleasant reading. You do have the number 4 also coming up again. 4 here, and of course the Four of Swords. You know, I'm also getting here, and this is super duper important here, okay? Because for some of you, there is this energy where either one of you or both of you, wait, I'm not even going to look. Something flipped over. I'm not going to look at it yet. But this could be talking about, especially if you've been waiting a while for something. It's like, you know, you've been putting something on hold for a long time. September, with that solar eclipse, may be saying here in the month of September, whatever it is that you've been holding out on or you've been putting on pause within your connection here, it's time to put action. So I'm feeling also here the end of analysis paralysis. Okay. All right. That being said, let's see what flipped over here. Perseverance. Look at that. You have the number 7777. Okay. Number 777. It says perseverance. Listen carefully. It says, now is the time to shift your perspective on the challenges that currently dominate your connection, your love life, okay, your partnership. To achieve success, continue on your path with determination, action. Okay, that's why you have that action card here. It says, tap into your inner wisdom and you will intuitively know the right step to take. Look at that. Validation, confirmation here on moving something forward. And again, like I said, I feel that some of you here may have been kind of thinking about something so long and over and thinking, but not so much of the doing. And I feel that here in the month of September, you may be moving towards the doing, towards the action part of your, the inspiration here. All right, Sagittarius, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, considering subscribing to the channel, and hope to see you during those live 5-minute readings. Until next time, bye-bye.